In my two churches here in Detroit, and when I've traveled around the world giving retreats, I always ask this question: what does it mean to be a holy person? And the answer I get from people usually is, oh, someone who has no sin, who attends church regularly and is pure. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. My definition of a holy person is someone who simply loves God and puts God as number one in their life. Because God loves everyone, so we need to try to love them too. And also, if we love God, we want to follow His commandments. That's a holy person. Today's gospel speaks about the Jewish religious leaders and how strict they were with all the rules and regulations, and that when people wouldn't follow them, they would get upset and then they would punish them for not following Judaic law. And they saw themselves as holy because they followed the Jewish law to the letter. But Jesus looked into their hearts and could see that they were not holy. They didn't see God as number one. That's kind of interesting, and it's an important lesson for us as Catholics. I know that in the Catholic Church we have many rules and regulations: no meat on Fridays during Lent, and going to church on Sunday and holy days. And it's easy sometimes for us to get caught up or absorbed in all of that dogma and then think that we're good to go because we do all those things. But we still need to see God as our best friend. And it's important that we have our love for God. And where's our deep understanding and relationship with Him? Because it's through that relationship that we can recognize and see those rules help us to have an even deeper relationship with Him. And yet, the deeper our relationship is with Him, the more we want to follow and understand those rules. It's this great cycle that happens. Let me give you an example. In the Catholic Church, we say that we're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays during Lent. And the reason we do this, that we give up meat, is because it's a sacrifice for us so that we can understand what poor people and starving people go through. And if we give up meat and we're not spending money on that meat, then we're also intended to give that money to help the poor. And in doing that, it helps us understand God's love for the poor and helps us love them. Plus, God will look kindly on us because we're loving them like He does. So those laws or rules help us understand God deeper and love people more. And today's gospel inspires us to want to become holy so that we can love God and love other people and follow His commandments and rules, because we know they will help us have a deeper understanding and relationship with Him. Thank you, and God bless.